Clubhouse. Something else that I should mention, a little plug for the app before we start. So I've been working on the app. I'm going to be returning to development on Monday. This past week, I think I was a little bit more focused on prepping for Sean to join us. So my mind was a little bit there, and then also just sort of domestic dad duties. But I'm going to start on the app back developing stuff tomorrow. My number one thing that I want to fix is the memento mechanic, so that when people are claiming, we don't have that pile up, we don't have everybody getting the same number, and potentially like more than the number of people who can get a memento potentially getting them. That will be really important, because I have a memento that's going to be coming up that's going to be really, really, really limited. There's going to be like 10 of them, and I'll drop it in an episode that's going to be pretty big, I'm imagining. So I got to fix it before then, because if I don't, likely like 50 people will end up getting it, even though it's limited to only 10. And it will be a memento with a prize attached to it, and it will be a shirt with the print of that Remarkist style image of Sean and Kat Kirk behind him with the scratch on his face, with the text underneath that says "No biggie." So letting you know that I'm working on that. And then the other kind of, I think, kind of cool thing is I found some open source software that is essentially a Clubhouse clone. So I think that I can actually integrate that software into the app. And I think I might be able to give us our own Clubhouse style experience inside the app at remarkist.com. So, and that could be really, really cool. Not only would it like reduce the number of potential trolls that might be coming into these rooms, but it would just sort of set us on the path to Remarkist being sort of its own thing, rather than relying on all of this other tech. We could integrate things like the reservation system a little bit more seamlessly, and all of the stuff that I'm doing with earning kernels and whatnot. So that's just some fun stuff I want to mention, and it's a plug for the app. If you have not gotten the Remarkist app, I suggest that you give it a shot and sign up for an account, because we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff this summer. And guess what?
Sounds exciting.
Guess what? It's 8 o'clock. So I think we should start.
Let's start.
What do you think?
Ready, willing, and able.
Hold on one sec. I just realized that I need to plug in. I have to plug this in. This is a pretty awesome double feature, if Mary is correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yesterday was the best. Like, there's no topping yesterday's. Question.
Yeah.
Did you change the schedule for tonight? Is there no episode tonight?
There is an episode tonight.
I'm just looking at the schedule, because you said there was a new schedule,
no.
and it shows Keg Max tomorrow and Say Goodnight Gracie tomorrow. Oh no, it's tonight. Oh no, okay, I'm confused. I'm so sorry.
Oh man, you really scared me there for a second.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No. I'm thinking it's Saturday.
Mary. It's actually tomorrow in Germany, because it's 4 a.m. So I thought, yes, it's tomorrow.
All right, everybody. I'm going to jump into my spiel. Hello, everyone, and welcome. If you are new here, joining us for the first time, this is Remarkist. This is a community of folks who like to watch our favorite television shows together, virtually, but as if we are in the same room, gathered around the same television. And the first show that we are watching together is Gilmore Girls, a show that I was an actor in, but I never actually watched. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm watching it with fans of the series. Those who arrive early can grab a seat on what we call the couch. That's this area up here with 15 folks with little microphones next to our avatars. That means that we can actually chat during the episode, as if we were creating a sort of social DVD style commentary track. There are no real rules to how much or how little we chat. We can chat whenever we feel the urge. Same as if we were casually watching together in person. However, we do hit our sweet spot when we keep our remarks to what is actually happening in the episode. We try our best, and I say this every night, and we're still struggling on it a bit, to keep our remarks short enough that we can squeeze them into the area and the air between dialogues. That way we can still follow what's going on. And if we have longer thoughts, try to keep those to a minimum, save any conversation so that we can actually talk about that stuff after the episode, because we're going to stick around for another 45 minutes afterwards to chat about what we just saw. We always avoid talking about future episodes. That's a big no-no. We don't want to spoil anybody who hasn't seen it, like, for example, myself. We keep the volume on our TVs low so that when we do speak, others can't hear our episode in the background. I happen to use earphones, so that's also a good solution. And when we aren't speaking, we keep our mics muted to reduce background noise. All of these sessions are being recorded and archived on the Remarkist app. If you don't feel comfortable being recorded or having your recorded remarks available to the public, then simply don't come up onto the couch or don't speak. We sometimes have snags. If you lose your internet or you get knocked out of the room, just come back in. You'll be on the couch as you were before. If your episode cuts off and you need to figure out where we are in the episode, that's an easy fix. You can get our Remarkist app. There's another reason you might want to get the app at remarkist.com. Sign up for an account. You're going to need an account for this. And then you go into the event calendar, into that events page for this particular event, and you'll see a time code there, and that's where we are in the episode. If you don't have the app, you can also find the time code on my Instagram account, where I have an Instagram live feed playing with it. You can find a link to my Instagram by tapping my avatar here in this room and opening up my profile. I always skip ahead, we all always skip ahead past the previously on if you are watching from the DVDs. So we always start at the beginning of the episode itself. If you're watching Netflix, that's a moot point, but I don't know. I'm not watching from the DVDs. Is there a previously on? Great.
No,
wow. I feel like there hasn't been a previously on basically this whole season.
And there won't be actually till the end of the season. I checked.
Interesting. Okay. So does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, a couple of the ladies messaged me and wanted to know, are you going to reshuffle after this episode?
We are going to reshuffle, because yes, we are going to reshuffle. So people will have maybe a couple of minutes to go to the bathroom or whatnot. But yes, we will do. And we will reshuffle the couch. We're going to do that from now on. When we finish an episode, I'm going to drop folks down, and then we're going to give everybody another chance to come on up again. I think that's the fairest way, so that folks who might only be able to come to the 8:45 and can't make it to the 8 get a chance to be up on the couch. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Great.
Good.
All right, awesome. So I am hitting my record button. We are now recording. And I'm going into the Remarkist app. Events happening now. Happy birthday, baby. Okay, that's the name of the episode. We've all done this before. We're going to be hitting the play button on our remotes at the same time. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Trying to figure out what it is.
It's yummy. I cooked it after I saw it on the show.
I'll send you the recipe.
have they already mentioned what it is?
Johnny Machete.
Johnny Machete.
Yeah, it's like cream of mushroom soup and pasta and chicken and veggies.
I got a great story that doesn't have anything to do with the episode, but it just reminded me of it from this dish. I'll tell it afterward.
This makes me so upset.
What?
Twilight Zone.
Is it because she got accepted to Harvard?
I think it's because they're afraid of overreacting and having Lorelai get mad.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, maybe they're thinking that it's her pulling their leg.
Yeah, that's why they think it's a joke.
This is awesome.
I wish you went to Harvard because I can't stand this. Ugh.
I'm sure it's just because they wanted to be careful after the big fight at Yale, visiting Yale. So
I like it. I thought it was cute. It was definitely unexpected and very strange for a moment. I was like, what in the world?
I think they were scared Lorelai would still blame them. Be like, it's because of you that she's going to Yale.
Right.
Well, I love their little joint hug with Rory. And we get to see that because I think they throw it in the credits later.
I agree with you, Dawn. I thought it was adorable. At first it was weird, but their reaction was really sweet.
Hey, you, Lee!
When are we going to do that sing along where we just butcher the song?
I do that thing.
I don't know. When would you like to do it? I mean, it's going to sound ridiculous because we're all going to be off.
During the hiatus, during our next hiatus, we like try to do it.
Yeah, sure.
Remarkist karaoke.
Tom is so awesome. It's great.
I love Shuki's outfit in this scene.
I really thought this whole burning down thing was going to be like impetus for them moving into their own thing, but it seems like we're just repairing it.
Favorite guest star ever.
This is funny. I love this so much.
Michelle's jealousy is hilarious. I'm with Michelle.
Me too.
She's
Same here.
Yeah, it's hard to trust this guy.
I love Tobin.
He's such a suck up.
He's so annoying. Tobin.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
That's what I thought.
And
That's what I thought. Nothing genuine about that guy.
definitely knows exactly what he's doing.
They don't cook. Why do they need a bigger kitchen anyway?
Just about to say the same thing.
It's just a joke.
I love Rory's shirt.
Oh, Edie, that's a friend of mine.
Why is she standing next to him while making the phone call? Does she not have a desk with a phone?
I forgot about this part.
That's Rune's mother in real life.
I know, we've met her before.
Frosting is my least favorite part. I always scrape it off.
That's my favorite part.
It depends on how sweet it is.
Spoiled on Almost Famous.
Never made sense to me that he liked Almost Famous. That seems way out of his wheelhouse.
That feels like something the writer liked.
Definitely.
Everyone has their guilty pleasures.
Do you, Yahoo?
He looked it up. This is possibly one of the most precious things I've ever seen with them.
They just seem to go better together. Like just walking down the thing, they're not as awkward as Dean and Rory.
Very true.
Oh, sick.
Well, this is an interesting moment given the speech that he had with Jess on the boat about you get the family when you date Rory.
That's a really good point. I hadn't like given thought to why he was so like hesitant. But yeah, that makes sense. He should just be.
Well, because he has no idea about Nicole or her family, but he knows quite a lot about Lorelai and her family, so he's more comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that, you know, in general, it says something about how much he really cares about getting close to Nicole.
Absolutely,
yeah,
because
that's
he's
exactly what
really
I
in
think.
love with Lorelai.
But he's not comfortable with Richard and Emily Gilmore at all. It's not really. He's just making the effort, and
Well.
Shelley's so cute.
Thank you.
I laughed a little too hard at that.
I just said, but my mic was muted. I really hope that we have more Shelley because I haven't had a chance to ask her yet. I hope that we have some stuff because I'm worried that with Chilton going, she's going to be gone from the series. Wait a second. That's the guy from A Film by Kirk.
Correct.
Oh my gosh, I never noticed that.
I never noticed either.
Me either. That's crazy.
Every time I see him, I see his character that he did in Castle.
No, Lamar.
I feel like that guy, that actor, or somebody very much like him was the actor from the old commercials. Mamma Mia, that's a spicy meatball.
Could be right.
This episode is making me very hungry.
The Malamar thing is a little flawed because they're seasonal and their season ends in March. And I think Lorelai's birthday is at the end of April.
Amazon.
but can you not buy them in March and give them in April? Are they like expired in 1 month?
They're a seasonal cookie. They're not available all year round.
Yes, but if they are available till March and she has birthday on April, it's 1 month afterwards. You can buy them in March and just wait 1 month.
What's funny about that little cookie bit is that it didn't advance the storyline at all, but was just a little moment, a little quirky moment.
It's actually, if you watch the series, it's such a big thing in the fandom. So if I went to the USA, I really wanted to try them, and I was searching for them everywhere, but couldn't find them. And Kent was the first town I was getting them, and they were sold out the first day before the fan fest even started because everyone wanted to get them.
I can bring some in to Kent this year if anybody wants me to.
They're my favorite cookies, so when they're out, I stock up.
They stocked up the years afterwards. I was in like a town nearby, and they had boxes and boxes and boxes. I never saw so many stuff of one sweets ever.
Did you like them?
We have what they call pinwheels.
Similar mass, similar to a German treat, and I like that better. And I was really confused about the whole texture because I expected something similar. So I think they are like okay, but it's not my favorite sweet ever.
Who's the director of this episode?
Is it a mic under his shirt, or does he just have really like?
That's a mic.
Yeah. It looks like he has 3 nipples.
Gilmore.
Not just the mic in the front, but you can see like the stuff in the back as well. Yeah, mics were always tucked. They're like tucked in the back. The actual like box is tucked in the back, and then they sweep it up over your shoulder and then down, and then they tape it right, kind of close to where the neckline of the shirt is.
The director is Gail Mancuso, John, but it's written by, I can't see that.
It says it was written by Amy.
I just like that little bit with Rory holding that big thing of sodas, and Jackson was like walking back and forth, and she was trying to like follow him. That was definitely done by the director. That's the dragonfly. Jimmy Choos were pretty big back then.
But he's right. It's ridiculous to buy so many shoes.
This is one of my favorite moments of them two together.
Open up in Lorelai.
My name.
I love that it's the same little tiaras or little headbands from Rory's episode.
I love these tiaras. We don't get them in Germany. They're so cute. Is it like a common item you can buy in the USA?
Kind of like a party
Yeah.
store, sure.
Oh, heck, yeah.
We'll send you some, Claudia.
Or like my birthday in 11 months.
Pre-birthday party.
Poor Kurt.
Oh, he's the best.
Bubble wrap.
Why are his legs up in the air? I don't get it.
That's the best part is that he's not, they're not even being held up. He's just holding them up.
He looks like a cat, like sitting, lying on his back, having both his arms and legs up.
I don't get why Lorelai doesn't see through him. She's a really good judge of
I
character.
felt the same way. I was like, this is not sitting with me.
But she loves getting all the attention, and he gives her all the attention. So she might be distracted by that.
You definitely didn't buy it for her.
Poor Michelle. I really feel sad for him.
This is right after Joe Strummer died, you think?
Yes.
And that's way more expensive than a night manager could afford.
It's so weird to see him actually caring what people are thinking.
What are they arguing about? Adoption?
I think surrogate.
Surrogacy. A
Surrogacy.
woman changing her mind after.
Surrogacy.
He is stewing.
Oh no.
Nuclear Luke.
I can't stand Nicole. They have no chemistry. She's so annoying. And the parents too.
I like Nicole. I felt bad for Nicole in that scene. I mean, I don't think that she's necessarily right for Luke, but she seems like a perfectly fine person and was definitely very embarrassed by her parents.
Yeah, Luke was
I agree,
rude.
but she's still annoying. I'm sorry, just don't like her.
I think she's like a typical lawyer and she's so different from Luke, but I think he was rude to like her parents meeting them for the first time. That's not how you behave at all.
I don't think it was intentionally rude, but uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't think he meant it either.
He could have added like sorry and explain why he reacted like he did, but he just didn't say anything.
Yeah, I like Nicole.
How is that a better excuse? I'm on medication now? No, he could have said he has his nephew living with him and had problems to the parents, so they understand why he reacted like he did, but he didn't. That would have made a big difference in the whole thing.
But Luke isn't one of those kind of guys. He's like, no nonsense, kind of doesn't talk a lot. So it sort of made sense to me.
In the end, that's one point for me why he doesn't fit to Lorelai and her family at all. I love that the maids have to sing.
The fact that the maids had to sing made them official talent on the show rather than background talent. If they don't speak, even if they're referenced as a character, like given a name as a maid or whatnot, they're still background talent.
Did they have to get licensing to sing Happy Birthday?
I don't know. I don't know the if that song has copyright or any sort of. Probably, yeah.
I saw like a news special once that like it didn't for a long time, and then somebody actually wrote the lyrics down and sent it in to then get it. Like somebody owns it now.
Wow. Oh no.
Not the end.
Boy.
But still not a good idea.
You got that right.
Boy with the poodles already.
This is a terrible idea from Lorelai. Just terrible.
It's the worst she could do.
Rory and Richard right now.
She should have just been in installments anyway. Wouldn't that have been gone over better?
No, I don't think any.
But not on her birthday.
So the second she's paying it back, there was definitely going to be an issue.
Richard.
He never did.
He didn't need to. It was, of course, a thing to know, to not tell her. He's right. He could have told her at dinner, but he didn't.
I always wonder if what she owed them, did it take the entire $75,000 to pay her back?
Man, that school's expensive.
Yeah, my kids went to private school and it was expensive, but not that expensive.
She said when she initially got the letter for Chilton that there was a lot of zeros behind the 5.
So 50,000. She's been there for a year and a half, right? So that
she only got 75,000. So I always kind of felt like maybe it was 5,000 for the tuition. So then
no way.
No,
My kid went to Waldorf school and it was $10,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was just the registration fee.
Yeah, you had to know, Lorelai. You had to know.
Well, Emily needs to just be quiet. She's annoying me.
Oh, I have so many issues with this.
Yes, she could have done it differently, like not on her birthday, just with her parents, and not worry being there and talking with them first, and not shoving it in their face. It was so rude.
We really need to discuss this after, because I have so many thoughts too.
Same.
I'm with Lorelai. Anyone else wonder how in the world Roy paid for this whole party?
I've wondered that all along.
Just a giant
Use
plastic
the
pizza.
Fez money.
All right.
Hey, John, any idea what that pizza was actually made out of?
Oh, if I had to guess, that pizza was made out of, I mean,
Styrofoam,
yeah, styrofoam. It was probably like, there was probably some like little frame in there, and then they just like wrapped some stuff around it and put some glossy resin on it. I'm really just guessing. Your guess is as good as mine. It's fake. I mean, it's just the fakest looking thing ever.
Very.
Also, like, the funny part about it is that those massive pizzas, I mean, they don't ever have a crust. That's what makes it so fake, is that it's a giant pizza, but it's the same proportion as a normal pizza, as if anyone would ever be able to cut that for an individual into individual slices. Usually these like giant pizzas are just like unbelievably flat from that far distance, because you can cut them into little pieces that everybody can have. All right, everyone. We're going to drop folks down